senses became hyper-aware of changes going through his body. His grip tightened on my shoulder as he extracted a syringe from his pocket and tried to plunge it into my neck. The altar was located on the north side of the island. Excitement bubbled inside me, and Asher as we walked hand in hand towards it. The heavenly moon hung like a big bright orb in the sky, illuminating our path as we trotted towards it. A white marble structure came into view which rested on a raised platform with 4 pillars. 3 broad steps led to the platform. The white rays of the moon bathed the whole altar in its soft glow. Fireflies danced all around it, creating this mesmerizing ambience about it. "Wow, it's breathtaking," I cried out. "Indeed," Asher answered, ushering me forward. As we reached near and climbed the stairs, an old man squatting alongside one of the pillars came into view. His white beard, the same color as the moonlight which shone brightly on him, was so long that it touched the ground. His eyes were closed and hands clasped in front as if he was praying to the moon goddess. The wrinkled face was serene and peaceful. Sensing us, his eyes opened and wavered towards us. A sparkle and wisdom I could sense in them as they focused on me and Asher. The warm smile that graced his wrinkled face told us he was delighted to see us there. "I have been expecting you," he spoke softly in a calm voice, and slowly raised himself on his feet. "You have?" I asked, slightly perplexed. "Yes, it's your destiny that has brought you to this place. A destiny written in stars." He spoke cryptically and raised his hands toward the heavens. Something gleamed in them, shining like a small diamond as he brought his hands down and extended them towards me. An almond-sized milky stone lay on his palms. I watched it in awe as it pulsated with energy, seeming alive. "This is the last of the moonstones, but this one is special. That's why it's called a Luna stone. It's meant for a queen who will rule alongside the king to safeguard all the werewolves. It's yours. Protect the werewolf kind with it." He spoke with kindness but authority. I was puzzled, but Asher nudged me to accept the Luna stone. It felt warm against my skin, and I was lost in its beauty when Asher spoke. "Can you tell us more about the demon altar guardian?" He drew in a deep breath. A veil of sadness seemed to have fallen on his face as he began. "A long time ago, the demon used to be a god, the god of intrusive thoughts, but the ultimate power corrupted him. When moon goddess Luna learned of his corruption, she sealed him in an abyss of never-ending darkness, using a moonstone. He later divided the moonstones and handed them over to strong alphas so they could keep them safe and prevent the demon from rising again. This one she kept to herself and passed over to my ancestors, who were the guardians of this altar of the Luna. According to what the moon goddess told us, only a true Luna could resonate with the stone and unlock its powers. The time is nigh, and I know you are that Luna," the old guardian explained, making me shudder. The story of the demon threw me into deep thought. "Me?" I asked, astounded, not believing his words, but he nodded at me in such assurance, which made me ease down. Seeing me such, Asher spoke. "He is right. I have absorbed the power from all the moonstones which were in my possession except the one I handed over to Kyle. My powers and senses have enhanced. It's only befitting my mate does the same." Asher closed my fingers around the Luna stone, letting its essence seep into my skin and then bleed into my veins. My body jerked as if I was being electrocuted. It violently shook as surge after surge of energy flew through me. Asher's comforting arms wrapped around my torso as he kept me steady. "Breathe and feel. Let the verve of energy flow through you," he softly instructed, and my mind went all hazy. I seemed to be floating between consciousness and unconsciousness. A blinding light flashed in my brain and a celestial figure appeared. Clad in all white, she seemed to glow with this otherworldly light. It was so white that my eyes hurt and it was difficult to focus. She was stunningly beautiful, with silvery hair that kissed her knees and fell all around her like a blanket. "Anna, my child, you are destined for greater things. May my Luna stone help you in achieving them. The destiny of this world is in your and your mate's hands now. You must stop Kyle and that demon." Her voice was so fluid, so very divine-like. Without knowing, I found myself nodding at her. She smiled, sending me further into a trance. How could someone have such a beautiful smile? I wondered. She slowly disappeared. The vision ended and my eyes fluttered open. Asha was worriedly bent over me while the wise guardian held a knowing smile and asked, You had a divine intervention." I was tongue-tied, so could only stupidly shake my head up and down in agreement, but there was this newfound energy that coursed through my veins now. All my senses seemed to have been heightened even further. I could hear the fluttering of a bird's wings a mile from there. So many new sounds and smells bombarded me that for a second I couldn't breathe. My eyes almost popped out of my sockets as double, triple amounts of stars came into view. I feel extremely powerful, twice the previous amount, and now I wish to dig my claws in some enemy and tear them apart. Sable happily growled inside my head. "Breathe, relax, tune out unnecessary sounds," Asher whispered to me, understanding what was happening in my brain. The Luna Stone had shared its powers with me while the Moon Goddess had given me her blessings. Heeding Asher's advice, I filtered every unnecessary sound and smell out. He steadied me and I took a very deep breath. "Both of you are the blessed ones, the king and queen that had been promised. The destiny of the supernaturals is in your hands now." He took a bow as we thanked him and bade him farewell, ready to head back to the hotel with this newfound truth and powers.
Mom put us in bed, told us stories, and kissed us goodnight. She dimmed the lights and thought we had gone to sleep, but I was still awake. I couldn't sleep. Ellie had drifted off. Although Mom and Dad had fully accepted Ellie into the family, I still struggled with the idea of sharing my parents with her. I had just gotten my mom back, and now I needed to share her with this new girl. I was supposed to be the only one having all of her love after staying apart for so many years. But I didn't want to disappoint Mom. She asked me to get along with her and take care of her, and that was what I would do. However, Ellie frustrated me. She was immature and stupid. The simple tasks she found ardent, easy tasks she was unable to solve, and I always had to help her. It tested my patience, but I was trying. My eyes finally began to close as sleep took over, but I was woken by Ellie's soft cries and her tummy rumbling. I sat up straight and turned to face Ellie. She was clutching the quilt tightly with her hands. Her sad eyes were wide awake. "Why is your stomach rumbling? You should have eaten when Mom asked you to," I said, sitting up. Seeing me awake, she panicked and hid her face back in the quilt. Her empty stomach growled again, and it was clear she was having hunger pangs. "Go downstairs and order some late-night snacks from the lobby," I ordered. But she shook her head at me. I had to facepalm myself. Why couldn't this girl listen? "Ellie, go." My voice became high-pitched and intimidating. She quickly threw back her quilt and scurried out of bed. Wearing her slippers, she hurriedly left the room and went downstairs. I lay down straight in my bed and waited for Ellie to return. 10 minutes passed, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Where was this girl? Worriedly, I left my bed and headed downstairs to find her. She could have gotten herself in some trouble again. Reaching the lobby, I witnessed a horrible scene, which made me rage out. Ellie was standing in the center of the hall while a few children of the hotel staff were circling her, mocking her, chanting and calling her a fat pig. Ellie was just standing there crying, rubbing her eyes instead of answering back or fighting. It made me even more angry. They were making fun of her because she was chubby. Couldn't she take a stand for herself? Rushing towards the kids, my right hand fisted and I punched a boy twice my size. He was trying to touch her hair and pull it. My fist connected with his jaw and he toppled back, shocked. "Stay away from my sister," I raged. His shock soon turned to anger and he came at me in full force. Pushing me back, I fell and burst my lip open. "Oliver!" Ellie rushed to my side and tried to help me up, but I was extremely annoyed. The hotel management gathered, seeing and hearing the fight and loud voices. The hotel manager rushed towards me and helped me stand up. His face was aghast, realizing who I was. "What kind of behavior is this? How dare these kids insult my sister? I would be making an official complaint. What kind of hotel are you running where children are bullied?" I openly scolded him in a raised voice, showing him that I was enraged. He paled and quickly said, "Prince Oliver, I sincerely apologize for what happened. Do you need a doctor? I can call one right now." "No need, just send our food to our suite. I am taking my sister upstairs," I told him, then grabbed Ellie's arm and began to drag her away. "Right away, sir." We began to climb the stairs and I could sense Ellie was still terrified. We reached our room and entered. Closing the door, I began to shout at Ellie. "Couldn't you speak for yourself? Why are you always so helpless and weak? Crying is not the solution. She only lowered her head and fidgeted with her fingers instead of speaking. It enraged me more. Don't stand quietly. Answer me, Ellie. How will you survive this cruel world if the only solution to every problem you have is crying? Tell me, I demanded, shaking her by her arm. Seeing me enraged and with a raised voice, Ellie burst out into more tears. She began to bawl her eyes out, making me panic. Making her cry was not my intention. I only wanted her to know that she needed to take a stand for herself. Just then, the door opened and Mom entered our suites in a panicked state. "Oh, goddess, what's wrong?" Her frantic eyes wavered from a crying Ellie to me. I quickly threw myself into her arms and she caught me, wrapping her assuring arms around me. "Who hurt you, Oliver? What happened to Ellie?" she asked agitatedly. Reaching with her other hand, she pulled Ellie closer to her as well. It wasn't my intention to make her cry. The children were making fun of her and I was only telling her to take a stand for herself, I blurted out, sniffling in my mom's chest.
As we reached the hotel, Asher received a phone call and stayed outside to attend it. I decided to check up on the kids during that time. Nearing their suite, I heard crying sounds coming from inside. It made me panic. What could have gone wrong in my absence? Quickly, I pushed open the door, and my heart jumped into my mouth. Oliver had a bleeding lip and a panicked face while Ellie was loudly crying. Seeing me, Oliver jumped into my arms and began to wail loudly as well. I collected both of them in my arms. It was going to be a long night. Hey, slow down. Tell me in detail what happened. I calmed both my children down by slowly rubbing their backs and kissing their foreheads. It was chaos because both of them were incessantly crying. We settled down on the plushy rug, and I let Oliver tell me everything that had transpired in my absence. Grabbing the first aid box from the bathroom, I cleaned Oliver's wound and applied antiseptic. The more he spoke, the more enraged I felt at the extent of bullying that had taken place in a so-called 5-star hotel. I was going to burn them. They dared hurt my children. Mom, they were loudly taunting her and staff members were doing nothing to stop their children. That's why I had to punch one just to remind him of his place, Oliver told me with his tiny hands curled up into fists. If it wasn't such a perilous situation, I would have found his action comical. Oliver, I am so proud of you for taking a stand for your sister, for standing up to bullies and defending her. That's what brothers do for their sisters. I hugged him again and placed a small kiss on his head. He finally beamed at me and his small chest puffed out. Then I realized why Ellie had refused to eat at the dinner, even though she had gone ahead to fill up her plate. I turned to face my daughter. She was sitting quietly clutching the hem of her frock. The tears had dried on her face. Ellie, can you tell me something truthfully? I softly questioned so as not to spook her. She nodded her head slowly, still seeming fearful. Has anyone taunted you before? Did something happen during dinner? I placed my hand on her back so she would relax and answer. She took her time to answer, but I remained patient. Yes, people taunted me for being fat, she answered in a small, meek voice, and my heart ached. How could people be so cruel to body shame a child? Oh, Ellie, my dear, we are a family now. If anyone taunts you, hurts you, or says anything demeaning, always come to us. Share with us, and together, we will deal with the problem. I am sorry you had to go through such a traumatizing experience. I told her in a soft voice so she wouldn't presume I was scolding her by any means. I didn't want to be a bother or create issues, she answered, staring between Oliver and me. Ellie, remember, family members don't feel bothered by each other's problems. They take care of each other. Sharing doesn't mean you are bothering us. It shows you are placing your trust in the family. You always look after each other. So next time someone says anything hurtful, just tell me and we will deal with it, okay? I patted her back and saw a small smile appear on her lips. Yes, I will punch whoever will dare hurt you. I think I should become your trainer so you can defend yourself too, Oliver added with determination. That is an excellent suggestion, Oliver. Dieting is not the solution. Eating healthy, exercising, and training is how one remains fit. Once we return, I will make a proper diet plan for you, and we will train and work together. My suggestion broadened Ellie's smile and she stopped fidgeting with her clothes. Thank you. From now on, I will work according to this plan. I want to become as strong as you are, Mom, but then I am afraid of the beatings." Her lips downturned again as the disturbing thoughts of the past must have resurfaced. Her past traumas were preventing her from opening up to us, to trust us, but I would continue to encourage her. "No one on my watch will lay a hand on you, Ellie. Your mom will always protect you," I told her kindly, placing a reassuring hand on her small shoulder. "Me too," Oliver chimed in. Overwhelmed with emotions, Ellie threw herself in our arms, and we did a group hug, where we comforted her and eased the burdens she carried. Oliver and I told her jokes and funny incidents from our lives. Soon she was smiling and laughing alongside us. Her smile was so addicting and beautiful. The suite was soon filled with cackles of my children, and I couldn't be thankful enough. But I still needed to teach a lesson to those who had dared hurt her and let them know they had messed with the wrong mother. "Let's get both of you in bed, and we will discuss everything tomorrow now, and remember, no more secrets." I took a promise from Ellie by extending my pinky finger towards her. She coiled her tiny one with mine and said, "I promise, Mom," kissing both of them goodnight. I decided to head downstairs and deal with the manager and his staff. Asher still seemed to be on his call, so I decided to utilize the time to put the bullies in their place. Taking long steps, I headed down and made my way to the manager's office. I knocked, and soon the door opened. "Ma'am, please, come in," the manager quickly said, trying to hide his surprise. I entered his office as he closed the door behind us and offered me a set. I settled myself confidently and faced him, and instantly got to the point instead of trying to beat around the bush. "Mr. Haster, I am sure you are aware of the bullying incident that took place in your hotel today." Haster settled in his chair behind his polished desk and placed his chubby hands on the shining surface. "I deeply regret what has transpired in my hotel today, and we will compensate you in every way." "Compensate? Will that bring back the confidence my daughter lost? How will it repair the damage that was done?" I asked in annoyance, crossing my arms over my chest. Haster uncomfortably cleared his throat and began, "We will counsel the children involved. I assure you, such an incident will not be repeated. I hope you counsel the adults as well, because bullying is not a joke. If you wish more people to visit your hotel, this attitude against foreigners needs to change," I bluntly informed him, and he nodded his head. "We will keep your advice into consideration, and just to compensate, we won't be charging you for your stay and food. It will be free. Please extend our apology to Mr. Asher and your children," he humbly requested. "All right. I expect that children be taken as children in this place. Love and respect are very essential." I stood up with these words, and so did Haster with a firm nod of his head. I left his office. All this drama had drained me, and my neck ached. It was indeed a very eventful day. First the altar and Luna Stone, and then all this. I slowly walked towards my suite and hoped Asher had returned from making his phone call. Using my card key, I opened the door and entered. It was dark inside, but the room held the fragrance of Asher, and then I heard his strong heartbeat. Before I could seek him out, a strong pair of hands clutched my wrists and pinned them above my head. His rough and hard body pressed against mine, and my back collided with the closed door. His sultry breath was in my ear, making goosebumps crawl all over my body, and a fire deep within me instantly flared to life. "Anna, do you know how long I have been waiting for you?" Asher's voice was a mixture of animalistic growl and frustration which had my knees trembling. Kid. He didn't even let me finish when his wild lips landed roughly on mine, making my head push back and rest against the hardwood. I struggled against his hold, but his rough tongue swiped against my soft lips, demanding access. I tried to breathe, and my mouth opened wide when his tongue slithered and collided with mine. Euphoria erupted not only in my mouth but deep within me too. I tried to press my legs shut, but Asher's knee promptly settled between them, keeping them wide as he ravaged my mouth. His knee slipped up and brushed against the fire in my bones. It flared hotter and wetter with every passing second. He pushed it gently deeper, and I groaned from the sweet throbbing pleasure it invoked. Letting my arms go, Asher's hands slipped down. He broke the kiss only to grab the front part of my white dress and ferociously tore it open. Ah, I let out a moan, seeing his action as the fire within me throbbed sharply, aching for more. I am not going to be gentle, Anna, he warned, and I was all in. His dark, smoky voice had my innards clenching in the most delectable way. His blue eyes shimmered with need and lust as his wet lips latched onto my nipple and bit. I threw my head back and screamed in ecstasy. My mate was wild today. He was drinking me in, and there was nothing I wished more than to be lost in him against this door. Grabbing my legs, he wrapped them around his tapered waist and pressed the rigid heat of him against the damp, throbbing core of me. "Oh, Asher," I cried out while fisting his hair and letting him bite all the soft flesh my body possessed. "What do you want, Anna?" he asked authoritatively, letting go of my nipple. "You." Deep within me, I shamelessly moaned, pressing the damp heat of me against his rigid hardness. "Then take it, Anna, it's yours," he hummed, watching me with such devotion. His dark hair fell in front of his haunting eyes. I gulped and reached down between us. Unzipping his pants, I brought forth the rigid, throbbing heat of him. It pulsed in my hands, taut and heavy with the fire of his need. Asher slipped my sodden panties aside and I guided him to the waiting core of me, letting him claim me fully. He slid in easily, filling me completely, and both of us moaned heavily from the searing, perfect pleasure it invoked. "Asher," I cried out as he drove home in hungry strides and long, passionate movements. My arms went around his shoulders and his muscles flexed under my fingers every time he pushed deep within me. All I could do was feel the fullness of him, swelling inside me, stretching me in the most perfect way. Feel the rigid heat of him making every part of me clench, sating the fire burning deep in my bones. His teeth slowly bit into the soft flesh of my neck, and I heard him groan in pleasure as he continued his relentless, loving rhythm. We went on for hours until my body was spent. Every last spark of fire burned to soft embers, and all my limbs had gone limp. Only then did my brute of a mate let me slide down from his waist. "It's for making me wait, Anna. Next time I will be even more relentless." He breathed into my ear before I collapsed in his arms from exertion, and my eyes closed as the waves of sweet release that had washed over me left me drifting into darkness. For I collapsed in his arms from exertion, and my eyes closed as the waves of sweet release that had washed over me left me drifting into darkness. After the bullying incident, I observed drastic changes in both Ellie and the children of the hotel management and staff. Ellie had become more confident and didn't shy away from expressing her opinion. Children began to accept and play with her under the strict supervision of Ollie. The rest of our vacation days breezily passed. It was the last day of our vacation, and we decided to spend it on the beach. Ollie, Ellie, and the other children were playing beach volleyball in their swimming costumes. Their chatter and laughter filled the air as the sun shone brightly. The gentle waves of the calm blue sea were kissing the white sand and retreating quietly. It was a pleasant day for the outing. I was sprawled on my tummy, lying on a lounger beach chair, soaking the last of the warmth of the sun. Asher's adept hands touched the smooth skin of my back. "You want some sun lotion? I can be very gentle at times," he playfully remarked. His voice was like the cool sea breeze blowing from the vast blue body in front of me. "Like you were the last night," I teased back. We had tangled in a wild, unbridled storm of passion the night before, each surge of pleasure drawing cries from me again and again, lost in every rhythm and curve of our desire. "It's not like you didn't like it," Asher mused near my ear while squeezing the suntan lotion and letting a dab drop on my bare back. I only had a bikini on. The cool lotion felt good against my warm back, his large and rough hands even better as they spread the lotion on my scalding skin. Moan threatened to slip from my parted lips, and I had to remind myself that we were in public. I tightly clenched my mouth shut as his fingertips dug deep and wandered dangerously low towards my hips. "Your peachy buns are so inviting. I wish I could take a bite out of them." His sultry whisper reached my ear, and I could feel the wetness between my legs, drenching my panties. The smell of my arousal wafted in the air, and I felt Asher's hands stiffen around my back. "Anna," he dangerously warned, Only I am supposed to smell your arousal. Then maybe you shouldn't be teasing me so openly. Go get me some ice long tea instead, I said, turning my head towards him. Fine, but don't think I will be going easy on you, mate, he huffed, getting up, making me laugh. Asher took long strides and walked away towards the beach bar, wearing his flip-flops. The veins in his feet were like protruding blue streams. His muscles rippled under his cotton white shirt, and his tanned legs were on full display from under his shorts. Tearing my eyes away from my receding mate, I focused my attention on my happy kids. They were lost in their game, which made me smile in satisfaction. My phone pinged, and I leaned forward to grab it from the nearby table. Swiping on it, I observed it was a coded message, the kind I and Claude had created together. It was meant to keep the conversations between us assassins a secret, so if it fell into enemy hands, they wouldn't be able to decode it. The code, for now, was only known to me and Claude, so I knew the message was from him. And the way he was using it to contact me showed there was urgency or something he wished to keep between us. I decoded the message and it read, "Are you on the island? Can we meet? It's urgent." I still trusted Claude to some extent. He wasn't present among the assassins Kyle had used against us on Crescent Island. It meant he didn't wish to be part of his craziness. Maybe he had some information related to Kyle's next move. I decided to take a chance, but smartly. I would inform Asher about my location while meeting Claude, so if he tried something funny, Asher would get to him. Making up my mind, I texted Claude back, informing him that I was on the island, and told him to meet me behind the huge reef at night. With a thudding heart, I sent the text and then waited. Soon another text came in which he agreed to meet. I put away my phone and sat up straight, waiting for Asher to return. I had to take him in complete confidence before going off to meet Claude. Asher arrived soon, holding 2 long glasses of long iced tea I had ordered with little red umbrellas and long straws inside them. Seeing me look all gloomy, Asher quickly placed the glasses on the table and settled near my feet. Placing his gentle hand around my leg, he asked, "What's wrong?" I narrated everything related to the text and Claude. Asher coasted his hand down his clean-shaven, chiseled jaw and chin. We really can't trust anyone from the Shadow Organization anymore, and this can be another trap. But I will be by your side, keeping an eye from the distance. If you wish to meet him, then I will stand by your decision. Let's see what he has to say. A smile made its way to my lips. Asher never tried to force his opinion down my throat. Instead, he trusted mine. Thank you, Asher. Claude has done a lot for me. There was a time when I had no one and no place to stay. He took me in and trained me. I owe him this much to hear what he has to say. Asher leaned closer and tenderly kissed my forehead. I understand. Go meet him. After putting the kids to bed at night, I sneaked out of the hotel after informing Asher. Quietly, I made my way to the reef. The night was cold today and a shiver ran through me as I neared the reef. Circling it, I could smell Claude. He was standing on the opposite side. I swiftly approached him and he turned to face me. "Anna, you came." He threw his arms around me, hugging me to himself and his hard body. I cringed when he hugged me and slowly peeled off his arms from around me. "Why are you here? Did Kyle send you? Where were you when he imprisoned me?" I annoyedly asked, narrowing my eyes at him. "Anna, Kyle sent me away on a mission. I didn't know he would do something like that. You have to trust me. I am only here to warn you," he quickly answered, trying to hold my hand. "About what?" I kept my hands behind my back so he wouldn't be able to reach them. Kyle searched all the locations Asher left him regarding the moonstones, and he knows Asher lied. Kyle is coming for him and this won't be pretty. He drew near and held my shoulders again, making my nose wrinkle. It's just a matter of time that he discovers Asher's island and your location, Anna. If he is able to capture you, he will turn you into his breeder or will feed you to that demon. I don't want that. Claude vehemently shook his head. I could see the fear in his eyes. "That's why you are here, to warn me?" I asked, touched that Claude had chosen to be on my side. "Yes, because I love you. I always have and will continue to do so until I breathe my last." Come with me. We can leave everything behind and find a secluded place, far away from all this mayhem, especially Asher and Kyle's stupid fight over these moonstones." Claude pleaded, his eyes swirled with unmistakable emotions which reflected how true his words were. I sighed deeply. I didn't wish to break his heart, but what more choice did I have? I had to tell the whole truth. "Claude, you don't understand. My revenge is not even complete yet. Ruby and Noah were mere puppets. The real culprit is none other than Kyle. He is the one who got my father and pack members killed just to steal the moonstone. How can I let him go?" I shook my head, and then the memory of how he had left me half-naked resurfaced, making me clench my fists even harder. "You weren't there, but he left me semi-naked to lure Asher and snatch away a moonstone from him. He has fallen so low, his death needs to happen at my hands," I stubbornly told him. Claude's eyes blew wide at my revelation as he sensed my determination on the matter. Nothing and absolutely nothing could prevent me from not seeing this through. "Anna, I wish we could do this amiably, but you are leaving me no choice." The gleam in his eyes changed to a threat. My senses became hyper-aware of changes going through his body. His grip tightened on my shoulder as he extracted a syringe from his pocket and tried to plunge it into my neck. Before I could react, a strong hand appeared from behind me and caught Claude's wrist, twisting it so brutally that I heard the crunching sound of several bones. The scent of my mate filled my nostrils instantly, calming me down as Asher appeared in a rage, his eyes flashing like streaks of electric current ready to burn Claude. Blaze's angry howls filled the night air. "Arg, you fucker, you broke my arm," Claude hollered, the syringe dropping on the sand below as he bent over from the pain while Asher still held his limp arm. "I'm going to break a lot more, just you watch. No one touches Anna on my watch." A threatening growl resonated in Asher's broad chest as he grabbed Claude by his neck and raised him in the air, choking him. Claude's eyes popped out from the force Asher applied as all the veins in Asher's hand became prominent. Claude clawed at Asher's hand, trying to breathe. His face was turning blue. Asher was going to kill him. "Asher, let him go," I quietly said, placing my hand on Asher's shoulder, easing some of the built-up tension in his muscles. "He tried to kill you," Asher blasted. "I'm sure it was just a sedation injection," I tried to assure him. Asher finally dropped him on the sand below, and Claude rubbed his neck, taking deep gulps of breath. Picking him by his leg, Asher began to drag him towards the altar that was up further north. I swiftly followed, making sure that Asher wouldn't kill him. "There is a prison under the altar, and I am going to lock him there until we figure out what needs to be done about him," Asher angrily said, and continued to drag a half-conscious Claude. We reached the altar and circled it, arriving at the other side. Dingy and broken stairs led down to the basement. Asher ensured that Claude hit his head on every step while he climbed down, dragging him behind himself. "Petty much," I had to shake my head at my mate. We soon reached a damp and moldy barred cell with silver rods. It smelled like rot and death. My nose crinkled. Throwing the door open with his foot, Asher pushed Claude inside and closed it tight shut. "I am going to grab a lock so he won't escape. Keep an eye on him, Anna," Asher told me while turning away and stomping up the stairs. I turned my attention to Claude and sighed heavily. "You should have listened to me, Claude. You need to realize you can't force someone to love you." I grabbed 2 bars in my hands. They burnt me, but I didn't care. Placing my head between them, I spoke to him. He defeatedly picked himself up the grimy floor covered in leaves and dirt. "What does he have that I don't?" he questioned like a broken man. "It's not about that, Claude. He is my second chance mate, my revenge partner, my colleague in the business, and most importantly, he is the father of my child." Claude's mouth opened, and his jaw practically hit the floor at my revelation.